Okay, if you're going to make a model of a volcano, a lot of times what you can do is just do it in a cup. You don't have to make something look like a mountain. Normally, what I've done for class is I'll take either small test tubes or small cups, and then I will take clay and kind of mold around it to make it look like a little teeny tiny mountain. Today I made a little teeny mountain just out of some Play-Doh. So I've got it here in my pan. If you do want to do something like this, you probably do want to do it in a pan because it does make a big mess. So what we have, we're going to be using a solid. We're using baking soda, and we're using a liquid, vinegar. So not only can we see how lava would flow out of the top of a volcano and learn about how it would change the landscape, because as that video earlier all about volcanoes talked about, is as the lava hardens, it creates rock, and that's actually how land is formed. So we see a whole bunch of lava flow out of this thing, and if it were real life, again, that lava would harden and turn into land and change the landscape. But also in doing an experiment, or this is more like a demonstration instead of an experiment, doing something like this, we're actually doing chemical reactions where we're taking two materials and we're seeing how they react. Now, if I took something like baking soda and I poured water in with it, well, nothing really happens. I just mix it up and the baking soda gets wet. But because this vinegar is an acid, it actually reacts differently with the baking soda. So it reacts, therefore we have a chemical reaction. So we're going to use these two things, and we're going to throw in some food coloring only because that makes it more fun. Da, 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 da. You can put in any color you want. I'm doing red. I'm going to throw in maybe some yellow just to make it more like a volcano. You could, though, put any color in you want. So first thing you want to do is put in like a little spoonful maybe of, whoa, that's going to be a lot. Put in some baking soda, and now we're going to put in, oh, wait a minute, before the vinegar, we want to put in the food coloring. I'm going to put a couple of drops. Whoops. I'm going to throw in a little bit of yellow here. Yellow and red's going to make some orange, and then you just pour this on top. This is full, so this is going to spill all over. I'm going to try and aim it, and whoa, cool. Whoosh. And the cool thing is if you add more vinegar, it's going to erupt again because it's going to react again. Whee! And you don't have to keep dumping more baking soda on it. I'm going to take the end of the spoon. I'm going to kind of dig around in there. And I might even be able to get another one small more reaction. Small more? That didn't make sense. Yep, got another one. So you don't have to waste all your materials. You don't have to keep dumping baking soda in there. So look, we had a cool volcano. Again, if this were real, so all that lava, that would have formed. So if this was a real volcano and it had an eruption and all this lava had flowed out, that would eventually turn to stone. And if this thing kept erupting over and over, like there's a volcano, actually there's a couple of volcanoes in Hawaii, one in particular that just keeps erupting over and over and over, small like this, it's a shield volcano, and the land is slowly changing. It's being built, it's building up. So we could do it again if you wanted. We could throw some more in. This is kind of fun. Now, I normally don't let you guys do this in class because it just wastes materials. But if you do this and then, ooh, see how the color gets darker? Whoa. That's fun. You think we'll get one more out of it? I I think so. Let's try it one more time. A little bit. Ah. And you can also notice how every time you do it, if you don't add more food coloring, the color gets lighter and lighter. I love making volcanoes. That was fun. All right, maybe you can do it at home too. Like I said, you don't have to use the Play-Doh or the clay or whatever. You can just do it in a cup. And I believe it's my next slide. I'm going to show you how you can turn this into an experiment. And for that, you probably do want to use just some cups.